whoever's teaching, like school, always make you look back in our books. It's not our book, somebody else's book. But they should be sharp enough to take out things out of the teachings and conditions of Hawaiian stuff that conditions us to be better people. These teachers should be sharp enough to take out material that enhances these things that make us better. Because I think who writes the book got more negative about who we are in our past, that we don't want to learn any of it. We don't like that. It's not attractive. But if to learn things from the books that's reinforcing who we are and talk about how sharp and intelligent we were, those reinforce our psychic and our stuff inside. And if we grow year to year learning that, and our neighbors learn that also because they're in the same class, you'd have a different attitude toward Hawaiians, and Hawaiians would have a different attitude toward themselves. And that's basic, human needs that I think every race knows they need. And for us, we don't have this history of like how slaves have it in America and their whole use of what they did to them. We don't have that migration of people running across the border and trying to make a better life in America, and we don't have that kind of history. We get the one, you came from far for a boat, and there's really no return. You can if you want, but after you get here, like the monk seal and the nene goose, after you find this place, you ain't leaving. There's no reason to. You found heaven, man, and I think that's what we knew we lived in. So the rest of the races that came here that made their trip on the voyage, they're never going to pack up and go. It'd be crazy if they do. But what they should do is understand who we are a little bit more. So maybe in learning about who we are, the reinforcement is our teachers that can pick out positives from all of the history and all of the writings and not put the negatives, and go through the whole vocabulary and throw stuff out that's not reinforcing but more confusing and more degrading, and throw it away and say that book's not good. It's not good for the EK of our children, for conditioning them. We want only things that reinforce who we are when we learn. That's why I think that, yes, the teaching is important, and the teachers can make a difference by looking at what is a positive conditioning model or your class. What do you take out of the book that's going to be reinforcing to the next stage of their life? You have to be that smart and not look at the Western way of looking at teaching, because they're leaving us out of a lot of that. That's why we are today going, like you just said, I want to do something, but I know nothing. And I feel for that, because they would have known something if it was taught that way, and they would have feel proud about what they would learn and learn more, because they had a drive to look at it like that. In other words, the teacher's got to be smart in it, in the point of starting fires in our kids, get them excited about who they are.